interpreters work in the booth, but there's an awful lot of work that goes on before we get to the booth, and that's preparation. There's two types of preparation that we do. In general terms, we need to know about politics and the current affairs of the countries in which our languages are spoken, and we need to know how economics work and how the European institutions and the European Parliament works.
Following the news in all of the different languages, seeing how all these people from different backgrounds are coming together, talking about the things that you see on the headlines every day.
You're really a part of history in the making. So you're kind of like a fly on the wall. You have this front seat to see all of these things happening.
Here we are in the European Parliament. This is one of my favourite places to work because there's always something going on. You see interesting people coming in. The meetings are always different. You get to see behind the scenes in the making of European legislation.
There are a few reasons why I particularly like working for the Parliament, and I think one of those is how quickly everything changes. You always have to try and keep up with what's going on. It's never static. There's always something new happening, and that makes it really quite exciting.
What I really love about simultaneous interpreting is that it's incredibly difficult, and it stays difficult. You have to really focus, you have to concentrate, it doesn't get easy, and that means it doesn't get boring.
The different languages bring with them different challenges in the booth as well, in terms of the structure of the language, the way that people naturally express themselves in that language, and then you have to think about how that translates into English and how that would come across well and in a comprehensible manner to an English customer listening at the other end.
There are three things you need if you want to be a simultaneous interpreter. First of all, you need an excellent command of your native language. You need to be able to speak confidently and articulately about a wide range of subjects, some technical, in a wide range of registers of language. Secondly, you need to be able to think on your feet, because the speed is dictated by the person speaking, and we translate in real time. And thirdly, you need to be very good under pressure for the same reason.
I think one of the skills or attributes of any interpreter is stamina and resilience, both mental and physical.
As soon as you pass your accreditation test, you can go straight into the booth and start working. You work alongside colleagues who've been doing it for years and years, and that's really valuable too, because it means that you never stop learning from other people. You're part of a team, and they're always there to help you out.
So starting out as an interpreter can be tough. When I started, I had just two languages, French and Irish, and I didn't receive that many contract offers from the institutions. So I worked a little bit on the private market in Brussels. I was studying to add Spanish and then Italian as a language. And as I did that, once I added Spanish, I received more contract offers because then I had three languages, so my language profile was more interesting.
I started here with just French and Italian as my two languages, but I was lucky enough to go to Poland for a couple of months, and it was Parliament that sent me there so that I could practice my Polish. That meant that when I came back, I could take another test to add Polish to my combination, and now I work with those three languages.
Really, it's a case of lifelong learning. You never stop learning.
As an interpreter, you really are always on the move. You turn up at your meeting, it could be in one room, then you've got to go to another building for your next meeting. Sometimes those meetings aren't even in Brussels. You can go to Strasbourg. My first mission was actually to Namibia, so the world is really your oyster.
I've been doing this job for 20 years and I still love it. It's exciting, it's interesting. There's a lot of travel. I work in Strasbourg and Brussels, in The Hague, in Munich, in Rome, in Madrid.
If you have a passion for languages, you are interested in learning things about the world, and you'd like a little bit of excitement in your career, then I definitely think that being a conference interpreter is something that could really be for you.
And of course, UK nationals will still be eligible to work as freelancers in the future.
I've ended up staying here longer than I expected.